Roman Reigns to kick top WWE superstar out of the OG Bloodline for conspiring against him. Speculating possible swerve. Roman Reigns is all set to enter the upcoming WWE Royal Rumble 2025 with his eyes on winning the traditional match. The original tribal chief has already reclaimed his Ula Fala from Solo Sikoa and now wants the undisputed WWE Championship back from Cody Rhodes. Amid this, there is a chance that Roman might kick Samy Zayn out of the OG Bloodline for conspiring against him. These speculations emerged from the recent episode of Raw, where Sami declared his official entry for the men's Royal Rumble match. In his promo, the honorary Yus also put the OTC on notice, as Zayn aims to win the Rumble. Additionally, the OG Bloodline has been engaged in multiple segments with Seth Rollins over the past few weeks, and we all know that Roman doesn't like the Visionary. He even rejected the idea of the former Shield member being their fifth partner for last year's Survivor Series War Games when they needed one the most. It's also important to note that Sami Zayn considered entering the men's Royal Rumble match after being motivated by the Visionary to do something for himself. Zayn thanked Rollins for the suggestions on Raw this week, with the 40-year-old star building a strong relationship with Roman Reigns' biggest rival. The OTC might not hesitate to kick Sami out of the original Bloodline. Moreover, since Zayn has clarified that he intends to eliminate the head of the table from the over-the-top rope battle, Reigns might not have liked this assertion either. This scenario is only possible if Roman appears before the Royal Rumble 2025 PLE. It's speculative but holds a true chance of unfolding, especially with the growing bond between Seth and Sami. Will Roman Reigns appear in WWE before Royal Rumble 2025? WWE Royal Rumble 2025 will air live on February 1st, 2025, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. With Roman Reigns already confirmed for this premium live event, the question arises, will the OTC appear in WWE before this mega event? According to speculation, there is a chance that the head of the table could appear on the upcoming episode of Raw on Netflix, which will take place on January 27th, 2025. The company has planted the seeds for this return during Reigns' last appearance that segment. Roman and Paul Heyman engaged in a backstage interaction. The company hinted that Reigns would appear on January 27th and dropped some clues about WWE 2K25 that nothing is confirmed yet, but this could be the only opportunity for fans to see the OTC on this show. Otherwise, the former Undisputed Champion will likely appear directly in the traditional Rumble match. Top WWE star being fed up, creative led to major storyline. Roman Reigns being fed up with WWE creative was one of the driving forces behind the creation of the Bloodline, according to Paul Heyman. While the Bloodline continues to be a cornerstone of WWE programming, Heyman recently revealed its origins during a disappointing period for Reigns. Speaking to Screen Rant, Heyman reflected on how the Bloodline idea came about, saying, "The concept of the Bloodline is something that Roman Reigns and I discussed 7 or 8 years ago. Several years before the actual inception of the Bloodline, this was already a discussion between us. At the time, he was still fleshing out his persona in front of the WWE fan base, and doing so well in the main event multiple times of WrestleMania, which is extraordinary to think about. I was at the side of Brock Lesnar, and we were in the middle of an exceptionally hot run as well. So, the timing for Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman joined together was just never with all the stars aligned. It just was never the right time. Fast forward to 2020 and the COVID era of WWE, and things had changed, with Heyman going on a state. Then in 2020, COVID shut down the world. Brock Lesnar went home to Saskatchewan to farm. Roman Reigns was not appearing anymore because there needed to be certain COVID protocols in order to keep him safe. Also, his wife had just given birth to a second set of twin boys, so there were now 5 kids running around that household. And finally, he was pretty fed up, and he's been very articulate about this. Dude needs to give it up. Make it happen. Mixed reactions pour in as WWE legend calls for match with Roman Reigns. A former WWE champion recently expressed his desire to have a dream match against Roman Reigns before retiring. This statement has elicited mixed reactions from fans online regarding whether or not this showdown should materialize. Jeff Hardy is currently signed with TNA Wrestling and is one half of the reigning TNA World Tag Team Champions alongside Matt Hardy. The charismatic enigma and the tribal chief shared the WWE locker room from 2017 to 2021, but never faced each other in a one-on-one match. WWE and TNA Wrestling recently announced a multi-year partnership. In an interview with the San Antonio Express News, Jeff said he would relish the opportunity to face Roman Reigns as part of the agreement between the two companies. The 47-year-old wrestling legend hoped to have the match before his in-ring retirement. On X, formerly Twitter, some fans argued that Jeff Hardy should abandon the idea of a dream match against the OG Bloodline member, claiming it was too late for such an encounter to materialize. Meanwhile, others suggested that the Triple H-led management should book a showdown between the two. Sam Roberts makes a bold prediction about Roman Reigns' potential opponent for WWE WrestleMania 42. As of now, the OTC has confirmed his participation in the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match for the first time in 5 years. This multi-man elimination bout will determine whether Roman Reigns will headline the showcase of the Immortals this year in Paradise, Nevada. While his opponent for this year's show of shows hasn't been confirmed, Roman Reigns could face Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania 42 in 2026, according to Sam Roberts. I feel like if done the right way, that Roman versus Jacob Fatu could even be something that main events WrestleMania 42. I mean, if you lay that at the right way, and you have Jacob doing whatever he's going to do after he takes Solo Sikoa off TV and just the rise of Jacob, then Jacob versus Solo, and then we slowly get to Jacob versus Roman. I absolutely think, Roberts said on Not Sim Wrestling, whether WWE plans to book a one-on-one match between Roman Reigns and Jeff Hardy in the future remains uncertain. Regardless, the OTC will play a significant role on the road to WrestleMania 41. Unexpected WWE name called greatest challenger that Roman Reigns has ever faced by Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman recently made a bold claim about a top star in Roman Reigns. As per the WWE Hall of Famer, the Bloodline's leader, Solo Sikoa, is the greatest challenger the OTC has ever faced over the years. Reigns has faced some of the biggest names in the business. When one talks about his greatest rivals, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and Cody Rhodes immediately come to mind. In a new interview with Screen Rant, Paul Heyman made an interesting comment about Reigns' greatest challenger. He believes that accolade goes to Solo Sikoa, and Solo, who was a mute before WrestleMania, takes the mic in his own hands and has become the greatest challenger that Roman Reigns has ever faced, to the point where Solo comes out wearing the Ula Fala and declares himself the tribal chief. And people are angry at him because they know that he